Hey guys, right here I have a 2014 Peugeot 2008 1.6 e-HDi Allure. And today I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So here is the key. Let's go ahead and start it up first. You can manually activate the headlights just by pressing this button. And to turn it off, press the same button again. As you can see, the side mirrors are currently folded out. Upon locking the car, the side mirrors automatically fold in, and upon unlocking, the side mirrors automatically fold out again. Very convenient in tight parking spaces and the like. This 2008 does have a 5-speed manual transmission. The 2008 comes with an electric rack and pinion power steering system. As part of Peugeot's new interior design language, the instrument cluster is set higher up, the steering wheel is smaller, and drivers are supposed to look over the steering wheel to view the instrument cluster rather than in between it. The steering wheel on the Allure trim is leather wrapped with white stitching going around the inner rim and chrome highlights on the bottom spoke with the Peugeot name. When paired to the 1.6 e-HDi engine, the 2008 gets a choice of 3 transmissions. The lower-powered 91 horsepower version of this engine can be paired to either a 5-speed manual like this car, or a 6-speed single-clutch automated manual transmission dubbed Electronic Gearbox Control or EGC. Meanwhile, the higher-powered 113 horsepower version is paired only to a 6-speed manual. To engage reverse for the 5-speed manual, push the gear lever all the way to the right and down. Shifting into reverse, activate the 2008 Allure's standard rear parking sensors and its diagram that shows up on the 7-inch infotainment display. In between the gear lever and the aviation-inspired parking brake, you can find the knob for the vehicle's grip control system, which is standard on the Allure trim. There are 5 modes to choose from: normal, snow, mud, sand, and ESP off. Normal is the default setting. Snow adapts by analyzing the conditions of grip encountered by each wheel upon moving off. When progress is being made, the system optimizes spin according to the grip available to give the best acceleration possible. This mode is useful in snow or on a steep incline. Mud allows a lot of spin on the wheel with the least grip on moving off, so that the mud can be cleared and grip restored, while simultaneously allowing the wheel with the most grip to transmit as much torque as possible. On progressing, this mode optimizes spin to meet the driver's requirements. In the sand mode, the driving wheels are allowed to spin at the same time, so the car can move and lessen the risk of getting stuck in the sand. ESP off mode basically switches off the electronic stability program and traction control driving aids at speeds of up to 30 miles per hour to give control entirely to the driver. At any speed higher than 30 miles per hour, both driving aids are automatically switched on again. Safety features on the 2008 Allure includes 6 airbags, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist, electronic stability program, traction control, cornering brake control, hill assist, tire pressure monitoring system, automatic hazard light activation upon emergency braking, an immobilizer, deadlocking, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the rear seats. Standard on the 2008 Allure are a set of 16-inch Hydrate Ultra alloy rims. The rims on this car are wrapped in Goodyear Vector 4 Seasons 195/60 R16 tires. For the brakes, ventilated discs are present front and rear. The suspension comprises of McPherson struts in front and a torsion beam setup out back. Alright, let's turn on the hazards, lights, front and rear fog lights, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. The bonnet release is located to the left of the front passenger's footwell. The 2008 is Peugeot's contender in the expanding B-segment crossover market. It debuted in 2013 and it is based on the PSA PF1 platform that also underpins the 208 B-segment Super Mini, a car that the 2008 is related to. With the buying trend shifting towards small crossovers rather than small estates, Peugeot chose not to release a 208 SW and launched the 2008 instead as the successor to the 207 SW. While it may be a crossover, the 2008 is available only with front-wheel drive. Under the bonnet of this 2008 is a 1.6 litre, single overhead cam, 8 valves, turbo diesel inline 4 with common rail direct injection. This engine produces 91 horsepower at 4000 rpm and 230 Nm of torque at 1750 rpm. With the 5-speed manual, 0 to 62 miles per hour or 0 to 100 km per hour takes 11.5 seconds, and the top speed is 112 miles per hour or 181 km per hour. The fuel tank measures 50 litres, and the combined fuel consumption for the 2008 1.6 e-HDi 92 manual is 70.6 miles per gallon or 4 litres per 100 kilometers. 103 grams of carbon dioxide is emitted per kilometer, and the 2008 is front-wheel drive. The 2008 made its UK debut in July 2013. At launch, 4 trim levels were available: Access Plus, Active, Allure, and Feline. Engine choices include a 1.2 petrol, a 1.6 petrol, a 1.4 diesel, and a 1.6 diesel with either 91 or 113 horsepower. Depending on the engine, manual, automatic, or EGC transmissions were available. For 2015, the engine range got a refresh and the petrol lineup now consists of only a 1.2 in both naturally aspirated and turbocharged forms. On the diesel side, the 1.4 was dropped and a new set of 1.6 engines with either 74, 98, or 118 horsepower were made available. A new special edition trim called the Urban Cross joined the range in 2015 as well. A full list of current 2008 variants available in the UK is listed out in the description box below this video. Exterior features of the 2008 Allure includes automatic manual leveling halogen projector headlights, automatic wipers, LED daytime running lights, claw effect LED rear lights, cornering lights, front and rear fog lights, rear parking sensors, indicators on the side mirrors, roof bars, stainless steel front and rear scuff plates, body-colored door handles, and chrome side mirrors. You do have quite a large storage bin down there with a couple of speakers right there. Right here you do have your mirror controls, window controls. All of the windows in this car are fully automatic in both directions, and you do have your window lock right here as well. You do have the button to set your tire pressure monitoring system right here, your electronic child locks for the rear doors, button to turn off your parking sensors, and button to turn off your eco start-stop system. If you do have the system activated, the engine will momentarily shut off when you arrive at a stop, such as a traffic light or a traffic jam, to save that extra bit of petrol or diesel depending on what the car is running on. Right down here you do have the lever to adjust the level of the headlight, and right next to it you do have some storage. The driver's seat in this 2008 Allure does get full manual adjustments. This lever controls your seat back, this lever controls your seat height, and this bar down here controls your seat position. Alright. So let's go ahead and see how she revs. The 2008 Allure does come standard with a dual-zone automatic climate control system with all of your controls located down here. It is quite simple to use. You do have your fan speed, recirculation, different modes, front and rear defrost, automatic air conditioning, driver side temperature, and your passenger side temperature. To the right of the hazard light switch, you do have your electronic central locking button. Down below, you do have a couple of cup holders, some storage areas, your auxiliary and USB ports, as well as a power outlet. The 2008 Allure does get an integrated head unit that features a 7-inch color touch screen display, various media connectivity options, and 6 speakers for the sound system. I must say, for stock sound system, the speakers in the 2008 do sound quite decent. We are currently in your main Bluetooth audio streaming menu with your current song playing information. You do have the artist, album, title, song duration, track number, whether the track selection is in shuffle or repeat, your play pause, and you do have the buttons to go back a song and go forward a song. If you hit this button right here, it brings up your list of different media sources. You do have FM, AM, DAB digital radio, USB, iPod connectivity, Bluetooth audio streaming, and auxiliary. If you hit this part right here, it brings up your different media settings with your list of radio stations, photos, your settings. You do have your different media settings with your shuffle, repeat, your announcement settings, your audio settings with your preset equalizers, bass, treble. You do have your balance and fader, your sound effects, and your ringtones. If you hit this SRC button right here, it brings up your list of media sources as well. If you hit the menu button, brings up your different menu options. You do have your radio or media, your settings with your audio settings. Again, brings us back to your audio settings menu. You can turn off the display right here as well. Your color schemes, and right here you do have your configuration menu with your system settings, your units, delete the data, restore back to factory settings, your time and date, your screen settings, and your languages. Next up, we do have your internet menu. You do have Peugeot Connect apps right here. Your telephone menu where you can dial a number, look at your phone book, look at your call list, manage your Bluetooth connections, your telephone options, and search for devices. Your driving data with your trip computer. You do have your current figures with your range, instant fuel consumption, and how long the Eco start-stop system has been running for. Trip 1 and trip 2. Under the 2 trip meters, you do have your average fuel consumption, average speed, and distance traveled. Vehicle settings with your driving assistance and lights, and your speed settings. And that's about it for the display. Front quarter windows, and as shown earlier, this car does have power folding side mirrors. On the steering wheel, you do have your audio controls. On the left spoke, you do have your volume and mute button, changing to your desired media source. And on the right spoke, you do have your seat track wheel, OK button, and this list button actually brings up your list of radio stations, brings up your list of songs depending on which menu you are in. On the right stalk, you do have your wiper controls, and if you locate the button at the end of the wiper stalk, you can go through your multi-information display located within the instrument cluster. Right now, you do have your digital speedometer, your trip computer with your range, instant fuel consumption, and eco mode, how long the eco mode has been running, trip 1 and your trip 2. Basically what you saw on the display earlier on. Right now you do have your media information, turning the display off just displaying the mileage and trip meter, and back to your digital speedometer. If you locate the buttons at the end of the, or rather at the bottom of the display, this one allows you to reset the meter. This one allows you to turn off the ring around the instrument clusters. And this one allows you to adjust the brightness of the displays at night. On the top left stalk, you do have your light and indicator controls. And on the bottom left stalk, you do have your cruise control and speed limiter controls. The steering wheel in this car is tilt and telescopic. You adjust it using this lever right here. You do have a bit of storage right here. Auto dimming, rear view mirror, and you do have your interior lights right above. They are LED powered. I like how the middle one does not automatically go off, it sort of like fades away. And the sun visor for the driver's side does get a vanity mirror. Alright. So I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now. And continue with the rest of the tour. You do have your speaker right there with some storage right there, and your window control is right there. The rear seats in this 2008 do fold down. They split 60-40 when folding, and to fold them down, first make sure the headrests are all the way down. Then locate the levers on either sides of the headrests, pull it, and then flip the seat back down. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is actually quite a lot of room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. I do get about this much leg room and about this much headroom. It might not be the most spacious back here, but at least the seats are nice and soft and comfortable. You do get storage pockets on the front seat backs. A power outlet right down here. No rear center armrest for this one, but you do get your rear lights right up here. You do get hooks on the ceiling for both sides at the back. To open up the rear hatch, go towards the rear hatch itself and locate a touchpad right beneath the Peugeot badge. Boot space in the 2008 measures 350 litres with the rear seat backs in place and 1194 litres with the rear seat backs folded and the cargo cover removed. To the left of the boot, you can find a light that illuminates the area and some storage straps, while to the right, there is a storage pocket. Underneath the boot floor, you can find the vehicle's spare tyre and toolkit. The fuel flap itself is not actually lockable, but the fuel cap is, so you do need the key to open up the fuel cap. The 2008 Allure is equipped with privacy glass for the rear windows and the rear windscreen. You do get adjustable headrests front and rear. You do get your window control right there, with some storage down below, as well as a couple of speakers right there. The front passenger seat in this car does get full manual adjustments as well, with the same set of adjustments as found on the driver's side. As with most other right-hand drive Peugeot and Citroëns, the glove box is actually quite small due to the location of the fuse box right here. This small glove box problem does not actually affect the left-hand drive cars. The front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2014 Peugeot 2008 1.6 e-HDi Allure. Thanks for watching and goodbye.